Hello everybody. I'm just doing a short video today. Well, who knows what my short is, I always babble on sometimes. I haven't been feeling well. I've been really sick. I was supposed to do the Alexis Patterson case on Monday. My son's appointment was this week, and I wanted to say thank you to all of you who sent prayers out to him. I'm so deeply, deeply grateful to you. I just wanted to make that the first part of my video. Just deeply, thank you so much from my heart and Caleb's heart. I wanted to answer 2 questions because I try to do, questions once a week, answer them. One is, how do I deal with negative comments? And 2, would I work with a serial killer's energy? 1, I'll start off with the serial killer. I will never, and I mean never, work with a serial killer's energy. 1, they were evil in life, and they killed numerous people. So that means if I worked with that person's energy, I'm picking up on all the sadistic, sick, evil things he did, he or she, if it was a he or she serial killer, and they could latch to me and make me physically ill. And then all the people that they killed could come into my space, and, crazy stuff could just happen. As in, like, I'll start, getting visions, I'll start hearing, I'll start, just tasting, smelling. And I don't want that type of energy. What's the difference between a murdered soul and a serial killer soul? Well, a serial killer is just the purest evil that there is. And a murdered soul is just some unfortunate person who died in a way that they didn't have a control over. And they want justice. A serial killer, they just didn't care. And, I won't even acknowledge that question after answering it this time, because that's just a big no-no for me. Absolutely not will I ever. And the second is, how do I deal with negative comments? Well, when you let something get to you and you let it eat at you, what makes you feel like what? It gives you a sense of, self-hate for yourself. It gives you, ill feeling, period. It makes you miserable. It makes you angry. And for me, because I work with so many different spirits, I have to be on a consciousness that is only clear of mind and doesn't fall into that pettiness. I don't care about negative people or their negative comments. I forgive them because I have to forgive them for myself for saying such nasty things, and then I move on from it, because that's what a non-ignorant person does. I don't care about pettiness. I don't care about mean words, and I don't care about people who call me names, or I just let it go and I keep it moving, because I am, in order to do this type of job, you just need to be a bigger person. You have to be, on a different level as others. You can't spew hate. You can't, I've heard some doozies. I've heard, I'm a white woman and I'm trying to gain success off a black person being missing. I don't know how that's possible, because I don't take money, and if I'm asked to help, I help. And I'm sorry that I'm white and that bothers people, but I don't care, because to me, you're a person. You are not black. You are not white. I was raised in a way where you just love somebody for who they are, not what the color of their skin is. So I'm sorry people feel that way, but I move on from that, and that's it. Being called a fake, or just who cares? I don't care. I don't care what anybody has to say. I'm not here for anybody but the spirit, or to help the police, or if a person asks me to help with the case. That's it. And I move on from it. You have to be on a different consciousness to do what you do. You can't you can't say things and live a different way. You have to literally try to be one with yourself and see the world with, bigger eyes. You can't view the world one way or your way. You have to understand everybody has a reason for the way they feel. A lot of people, live by a way of hate because of the way either they were raised or because of the way, life has handed them, what's handed to them in life. And everybody's entitled to their own feelings. I don't care. I don't judge anybody. And I understand why they feel the way they feel. If it's negative to me, okay, I'm sorry you feel that way. God bless you. And I keep it moving. I don't care. I don't care anything or anyone that has to say hateful things to me, because I'm not here for you. I'm here for that spirit or the person that's asked me to help. So that's cleared up. I do want to do another spirit session with Kanika because I feel like I didn't get much work with her. And so we're clear, when a spirit gives me names and they give me a vision, or if they give me, a certain, a place, I have to be careful what I say. If I say a name, sometimes it does involve that person that took them or hurt them, but there's other times where their name is said because it could be a message for that person. It could be a person that, was a friend of them. It could be anything. Sometimes, people have to watch what they say because you don't want anybody getting hurt because of what you said. And I have to make it a point to only say certain things. The problem with me is if a spirit says something to me, I feel like I need to honor them and say what they said. But if it causes violence, then that's it for me. I will not allow anybody to, go out of their way carelessly and hurt anybody or anything like that on the account of what I've said in my videos. So if I have to not say names from now on, or, just give out the location or not even a location, like, of what I saw and what that spirit says, then, I'll say it to who I have to say it to legally for the police, or, to that person's family. And I think I've done that in all my cases that I've worked on. My private readings, if they allow me to document it, which is recording it, then I do so. I do it for them so they have something personal for them, and I also do it for me so I can have my stuff documented and, just to have it on there so, people can view it and see for themselves. I don't feel the need to prove myself to anybody, not at all. People who come from an angry place or are constantly, belittled and berated are always having to prove themselves. I don't care. I don't care enough to have to prove myself. If you do not live this way, you should never comment. I mean, I know there's skepticals out there, and I know you have to be skeptical, and you know what to look for. But I don't care to prove myself. I don't care enough to... I'm going out of my way to help people for free. I don't ask anybody for anything. I don't even have to do this work. I could just do private readings for people that come to me and still be booked from 2 years from now. I don't care enough to have to prove anything because I don't ask for anything. When I call the police, I say no media coverage, no reward, no this, no that. Just please, look into my leads. That's all I'm asking you. That's it. And if that's a motive to some people, well then whatever, that's into your eyes, and I don't care. But knowing that people do try to go out of their way for people, there are some people left in this world that are kind people, and I'm not God. I try to help because it's just the way to be. When is the world gonna stop being so filled with hate and so full of motives and so full of, there has to be somebody that changes that needs to break that cycle. And if I can help bring somebody home to their mom or their dad, whether they're alive, whether they're passed, I don't like to use the word dead, I just think it's disrespectful to a spirit, then that's, I think, a wonderful personal goal to have. My goal is to do a case and bring somebody home. That is the best gift that you could ever get. Best gift. And that's what my goal is. Hopefully one day I'm going to come across a case where that person's going to be found. And I don't even care if I'm the one that found them. As long as they're found, then that's all that should matter. So I'm going to go take my nap for a little bit. I'm hoping I can feel better within the next day or so. I want to do another Kanika spirit session and an Alexis Patterson session and see what comes out. And another question was, let me get to that question. This will be my last question that I answer. Some people ask if I use a spirit box or if I use EVPs. I use nothing but myself because I'm the instrument, and I know if a spirit box and EVP recorder, there's absolutely nothing wrong with those instruments. They're proven scientific things that can bring results in cases, in paranormal cases. But for me, because I'm the instrument of my own, I can sense, I can feel, I can taste, I can smell, I can see. I don't use anything else because for me, a spirit box can be manipulated, even though it is a good source. But if not manipulated by the person that's using it, it can be manipulated by the spirit. There are bad energies out there that can manipulate things. But the thing about a medium that is of a physical nature like I is that you can feel if you're being manipulated. You'll get feelings in your body to where you'll know who and what most of the times, pretty damn near most of the times, of what's around you and what you sense. When I know there's a negative presence, that say I go into a cemetery and I visit one of my relatives, I'll know if I get a massive headache. I went to go see my sister-in-law after she passed in March, and I went to go see her, and stupid me, I dug in the dirt with my hands, and I had put something special in the dirt for her, and I put it into the ground with my bare hands. And my friend Maria was with me, and she had to literally help me sit down afterwards when we went out for coffee because there was a negative presence with me that literally drained me. I literally had just felt so weighed down and being suffocated, and in a sense of like, I just felt like I was electrically shocked from the dirt, because graveyard dirt is nothing to screw with if you're a medium. You feel everything in the physical sense. If you're a physical medium like me, you just feel, I can't explain it to you, except it starts off with a massive tingling in your fingers when you touch graveyard dirt, and it works up into the body. And you can throw up, you can you have to literally, like, my whole side of my face and my neck was like beet red, and you have to prepare yourself. You have to sage yourself. You know, smudge. It's smudging, but the native tradition. I use the native tradition when I cleanse myself, or I make a special wash to where I wipe myself down with after a certain spirit session that I was uncomfortable with, and I know that it was an imbalance. Herbs have very high potency of getting rid of nasty energy. Very, very high potent in removing energy. But that is the end of my video. I am going to get to at least the Alexis Patterson case this week. I will work with Kanika before my son's surgery, but after that, I will not be, under no circumstances, taking any cases. Feel free to message me, but I will not be answering back. My son's recovery and the risks are very high, and I have to be able to focus, and I need to be able to not be distracted. Him coming home is all that's going to matter at that given time, and I need, to continue with the prayers and just hope for the best for him, because there's some pretty nasty high risks that I can't even talk about, because I literally will start, crying in front of everybody, and it's part of the reason why I'm sick too, because I've literally stressed myself out about it really bad. And I'm just, it's been a lot mentally on me and physically, because the pain he feels, I feel it because of my empathic nature. So I'll feel the pain that he feels in his body, and it sucks. But I just wanted to give a special hello as well before I leave to all of my, people out there that have messaged me with such kind words again. I'm pretty sure I said it in the beginning of the video, but if I didn't, thank you all. And I appreciate every single one of you. Every single one of you. You are so amazingly sweet. So thank you for your support. And I will continue my work. But it's also time consuming. And, I need that patience from people, because that's the importance of it. I do work with a spirit for so long, and then I have to release it. But that doesn't mean that they don't come back and give me more info. But when they do, I just, jot it down, and I just, this person stepped in. Now that I'm remembering, I did ask around, so maybe if you guys can help me with it, I don't know. This could mean anything. It doesn't really mean, it doesn't mean anything bad. I did have a dream about 3 days ago. A woman's name, Katherine. But in the dream, it was spelled with a C. And the word New York and the word Debbie. So I don't know what they mean. I haven't tried to work with anybody, because I can't work with somebody that, that could be a message to somebody. That could be a spirit trying to contact me through their dreams, and they may not be strong enough to come through that way. I'm not sure. Dreams for me come like spirits do. Sometimes they'll come through my dreams, but they also come through spirit form as well as in waking life. So I don't know, who Katherine or Debbie is, and the word New York. It could be a message to somebody down there, but, I'm just, in case anybody sees this video and, says, okay, there could be a Katherine in any of all states, but, or a Debbie in all states. There was no last name in my dream. It just said, it was like I saw it on a piece of paper in my dream, and it said Katherine with a C. And how it was in the dream is, I saw the word Katherine, and then I asked if the woman I said, are you Debbie's daughter? And I don't know why I said it. It was just in my dream. And then under Katherine on the paper, it said New York. So I'm not too sure. I can't give you a definitive answer on that because I don't know what it means. But just in case that means anything. And I did hear the word Unica. I mean, I don't know if it came across a syllable wrong, but most times it's the word that's said. So, I mean, I don't know who a Unica is. I don't know if, that person's alive or if that person's passed. I don't know if the spirit wanted a message to a Unica or if that person was Unica that said it to me, if that makes sense to you. I try not to interact if I don't really have to at that given time if I'm busy, because it's just, you have to really, once you start talking to a spirit, you have to really go into a whole, who are you? What happened to you? Are you alive? Or do you want a message to somebody? So if I'm out and about, I can't just carry on a conversation, in the middle of a store, or if I'm out walking. It's not good to do that because people are going to think you're nuts. Well, not that I care, but I mean, I just don't want to talk to myself if I'm out and about and people are just like, whoa, this woman's creepy. So, yes, now that I'm done babbling on, this is the end of my video, I promise. So everybody, God bless you, and thank you for every single prayer that you said for my son, from a mother, to a parent, just a friend to a friend. I thank you for everything. That really touched my heart, and I just wanted to give you an extra thank you. So have a wonderful afternoon, okay?